Do I have 8 days until my art market? Yes. Do I have 50 t-shirts to get done? Yes. Am I putting all of that on hold just so I can make a giant dragon? Yes. I told myself I was going to make a dragon. At that point in time, it was July 11th. I had not made a big dragon yet, but I had this crochet pattern by Red Mills for the entire time. And so I told myself I was going to make a big dragon. So I'm making a big dragon. The pattern says that the dragon is going to take 5 hours to make. So Friday morning, I was like, bet. I'm going to go to the cafe, have a wonderful day, and then I'm going to go yarn shopping to get supplies to make this giant dragon. And then I'm just going to get started on it. I went to that cafe. I was going to do some art market prep, like make some mushrooms and stuff. And I did. And like 2 good things happened that day. I got to pet a wiener dog, a little dachshund, and I love dachshunds. So that made my day. And then 2, I met someone that bought from my first art market. And she recognized me because I was making a poppet mushroom at the time. And she went, oh, I have one of... Did you also make cats? I was like, yes. She's like, I have both of them. I was like, I remember you. Hi, hello. So that was awesome. I have not been back to that cafe. Not because it was a bad cafe. It was a wonderful cafe. To make a long story short, I walked in and every like single person seat was taken and the only thing open was like a 4-person table. So I told myself, okay, I'm going to sit down. If anyone comes in, I'm going to offer them to sit next to me. Like, no problem. And then like, I kid you not, like 3 minutes later, an old couple comes in and they're looking around. So I told them like, oh, you can come sit with me. Like, that's fine. Long story short, the wife told my future by making a napkin flower. Like, she made flowers out of napkins, and she told my future like along the lines of like, this is you, very beautiful, this is you, this is going to be your husband, I see a little baby in your future. And she gave me the napkin flower. And then I'm talking to the husband, and I found out that he got like blacklisted from a company because he went against their trademark. And that's how they met, because he had to go work somewhere else because he couldn't work anywhere else. And I found out that she stalked him, lied about her age, and also lied that she was pregnant so they would get married. So, other than that, they were really nice. They were really nice. It was just a lot to find out at a cafe meeting. Anyways, after that cafe situation, I went to go get yarn, and Michael's was about to have my entire life. It took a lot not to buy a thing. But when I got to Michael's, I literally I am a Bernat blanket girl. Like, sorry, my dog's sleeping at my door. I'm a Bernat blanket girl. I literally have a new skein of it right here, because of course I do. I love Bernat blanket, and my plan was to make this dragon out of Bernat blanket yarn, and I was going to do a Haku version dragon. So I saw someone made his color scheme in the like tester appreciation part of the pattern, and I was like, that's what I want. That's what I want. But when I went to Michael's, they only had 1 skein of white Bernat blanket yarn, and I did buy it, but I can't make this dragon out of 1 skein. So I got this other yarn, which I believe is like a Chanel yarn, or chenille yarn, and I got that, and this is what I got. I started with the body, and my arms have never been so toned in my life. I literally, do you know how you feel like you do like a pull-up? That's the same muscle I was working out as I was working on this dragon. I literally, because the tail was easy. It just kept going. But then it got to a point where I had to like hold it out from my body to crochet it. And my arms just felt very toned. It was rough, man. It was rough. I think I finished the body Friday night while my fiance was setting up his new record player. And I thought I was not gonna make it. I finished the body and I put it with like the other yarn. And I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna take this up on Saturday morning and get it all nice and done after my dog gets groomed, blah, 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 blah. If you thought my cafe story was the only thing that went wrong, Saturday morning comes, I look in my car, there are mouse droppings. A little mouse is in my car. I die. I scream. It was awful. At 8 a.m., it is evidence that a mouse is in my car is discovered, and I'm freaking out because, right? But then, so we clean out, me and my fiance clean out my entire car, and we had old traps because we had a situation earlier this year where rats hitched a ride in someone else's car in our neighborhood, and then the rats came over into my fiance's car. So we had traps because we thought it was a mouse. It was not a mouse, it was a rat. We were pretty positive the thing that was in my car was a mouse, but either way, we were going to go get new poison. I'm so sorry, but we were going to go get new poison to trap and like other traps to like take care of the situation. I didn't know how many were in my car at the time. Now, I also didn't know that mice poop like 50 to 75 times a day on their own. So, based on the evidence, again, I didn't know, but based off the evidence, the mouse was in my car for a single day, and there was only one of them. So either way, we didn't know that. We go to Home Depot, but before we go, my fiance's like, let me just we have an old trap with old poison. It's probably not going to work, but like we have it, so we might as well just put it in your car before we head out. And I'm like, yeah, sure, whatever. We put it in my car. We go to Home Depot. We come back from Home Depot, and I'm getting out the traps to like put new poison in, and all he hears my fiance go, I got him. I got him. I got him. And I'm like, what do you mean you got him? And he's like, I got him. The mouse was in the old trap, and I don't think he ate any of the poison yet. I'm pretty sure he crawled in, got stuck, and like tried to like get out but couldn't get out. He wasn't hurt, by the way. The trap, like, it's just there for them to eat the poison and keep them from dying somewhere else in your car. Sorry. Because I know that's a lot. But we caught him, and he was still alive. He was very much alive. And so we were like, what do we do? And so what we do is we go, like, we looked on Reddit. They're like, go like in a big like field or forest area that's like 2 miles away from houses or so. So that's what we did, because luckily, despite Florida being filled with residential areas, we do have an area that's like that we could drive to that was like a big open field not near houses. So we went there and we released him, and he looked so stinking cute. Oh my gosh. Oh, he was so cute. And luckily, like, we released him. We got him outside. He like bounced away. And of course, I'm thinking that there's more than one mouse in my car, because I just assumed that mouse moved together. No, we have not had a single problem since. Either way, took care of that. And I started on my dragon again. At this point, I've been working on him for 3 hours. So, Saturday night, I decided to make some quick pieces before bed, and that reminds me that I kind of high-key hate the chenille yarn for magic rings because it snaps.
I want Princess Poppy. The secret is status.
It snaps every time. So I basically had to give up, and I just had to like leave, like I had to like half close the magic ring, which is still secure. It's just, you know, not as like as I want it to be, but still secure. And I just had to leave the like rest of it just like hanging out inside the body. Either way, the next morning, Sunday, mind you, I thought I was gonna be finished with this Saturday. Nope. Sunday morning, I wake up, and the first thing I do is make the head of my dragon, and I was horrified to make the head of my dragon because it's chains. You have to chain to start the dragon. So you're not starting with a magic ring, you're starting with a chain. I thought it was over. But I did it. I did it somehow. The only thing that was wrong is that the nostril had like one clear like opening stitch that I could stick my finger through. So I just went over it with yarn to close that, and the head turned out so cute. So cute. Oh my gosh. I was basically halfway done with the head when we hit the 5-hour mark. This pattern was supposed to take 5 hours. I also, at this point, started getting really scared I was going to lose yarn chicken. Like, yes, I have a whole other skein of yarn, but at the moment, I really didn't want to get up. So I'm just like, come on, just make it a little longer for me. When I did finish the head, I had to spend like 10 minutes untangling the yarn, though. I don't know what happened. I don't know why it got so tangled, but it was tangled, and so I spent 10 minutes untangling it, and then I was looking at the head, of the dragon. I was looking at the head of the dragon, and I was like, okay, I need to like made this look like Haku. And Haku has these like long tentacle whisker things, and anything that long I feel like would get in the way of the plush. So I made it just a little bit smaller, and I put it on his head, and so cute. God, he looks so cute. For the whiskers, I did like a chain of like 10 on both sides, and perfection. At 5 hours and 40 minutes, I finished the ears of the dragon, and now it was time for the wings, and the wings were all chains. It was just chains, and I'm bad at chains. And so, the first wing turned out exactly like how I felt. Unconfident, shaky, bad, right? But I told myself, you know what? Even if it's going to add a lot to my time, I'm going to make 3 wings, and I'm just going to pick the best 2 out of 3. And I'm so glad I did, because the last 2 I made turned out great. for in my opinion, they turned out great. I'm going to add like fluffy yarn to them, but I didn't know if I should do that at this point. So they're done for now, but they will have fluffy yarn on them soon. But guess what? You'll never believe this. So I have IC, which is interstitial cystitis. Oh no.
Interstitial cystitis. Interstitial cystitis.
Interstitial cystitis. Oh no.
Interstitial cystitis.
That's what I have. So basically, my immune system, when I get freaked out and stressed out, thinks that my bladder lining is the enemy, and it attacks it. AKA, basically, it just feels like I have a really bad urinary tract infection, when reality is, it's just, oopsies. When reality is, it's just my body attacking itself. And you will not believe it, but I did get freaked out by a mouse being in my car the day before, despite the problem being like basically solved, because there have been no mouse dropping since and nothing in the trap. I'm leaving the trap in my car full time, by the way, but nothing's been there. It's been fine, but my body doesn't know that. It already freaked out. The immune system already sent out all of the worker cells to destroy my bladder lining. So I had like one of the worst flare-ups of my life. And currently, this is, okay, sorry to break the fourth wall here, but I'm recording this like 2 weeks after, and I'm still dealing like with the like flare-up. Like, it's not fully gone yet. Like, this was a really bad flare-up. So, you will never believe it, but the medicine I took to like get my flare-up pain under control also made me conk out. So I lost like 2 hours Sunday to get this dragon done. And I'm sitting here like, I have an art market in like literally a week. Like, I need all this time to prepare. But I want to finish this dragon. I finally woke up. I worked on the dragon pieces, and finally, at 7 hours into the project, all of the pieces of my dragon is complete. Now I need to sew. I don't think anyone likes sewing. I don't think anyone likes sewing crochet patterns. It's worth it because it makes something really cool, but I don't think anyone actually likes it. Either way, I pushed through. I sewed the dragon all nice together. And finally, after I once again fell asleep from the pain medicine and woke back up and kept working, I finished this dragon at 11 p.m. Sunday night. It took me 10 hours, double the time, to finish this dragon, and it looks so cute. Wait, I gotta go grab him. I tried to film footage of him the night that I finished him, but the lighting was really, really bad. And so I took another video of him, which I'll put it up right here, of how beautiful and glorious he looks in the day. I even filmed a TikTok with him. I don't know when that's going to be uploaded, but it will be uploaded at some point. He is so stinking cute, and I am so in love with him. Wait, let me go get him. You guys are coming with me. I wonder if you guys can hear me as I'm scuttling across my kitchen right now to find him. Come here, baby. My little Haku. My little Haku. here's my dragon. Oh, how do I? He's so big. Do you see this? Either way, I loved him. I should have had more people like take photos with him and show me. So basically, I have already had my art market since making him. The art market was a bust. You're going to hear about that later. But everyone loved him. And while I made him look like Haku, people kept saying that he was Falcor. I don't know who that is. If you know who that is, let me know. But, he's so stinking cute. I'm also so positive if I were to make another dragon, which I definitely am, I'm in love with this guy. I think I could probably actually get it done in 5 hours because now I know what I'm doing. I didn't know what I was doing when I made him. This is the biggest crochet plush I've ever made. So, turned out pretty good. Okay, I've been yapping long enough. I hope that you guys enjoyed this story. If you are overworked and underpaid and tired and you feel like your entire life is your job, it is not your job. Well, it is your job, but it's not you. It's not your life. You are your own person outside of your job, and you might just need to make a crochet dragon to feel that love again. And if you have a teacher friend who is probably really tired and not doing so well, you can recommend them to check out my Teachers Pay Teachers to get some supplies that can help them make it a lot easier through the school year. I also have a Skillshare course. And if you want to adopt a dragon, he's on my Etsy. Okay, bye guys!